Hello everyone. Welcome back to Commander Review for the final commander in the Judgment set. This is Thriss Nantuko Primus. Very fun card. We're going to get right on into it. So, Thriss is an insect druid. It's a 5/5 and it costs a whopping 7 mana, 5 generic, 2 green. And the only thing that Thriss does is for 1 green mana and tap, target creature gets +5/+5 until end of turn. And that is any target creature. No card rulings. Thriss just makes things big. The card I chose to synergize with Thriss is Nantuko Mentor, which is pretty much the same ability as Thriss, just done in a different way, and at a slightly cheaper mana value to cast. It kind of balances that out by being a more expensive activated ability, but by essentially doubling a creature's power, it's doing the same thing and adding some redundancy to your deck that Thriss does. The deck that I am putting Thriss as the commander for is going to be a Power Matters deck, and one of the great cards I can't wait to play with is Hex Drinker. I've always thought this card was cool from when it first came out, and the fact that you can give it protection from everything and then make it a 12/12 is insane and awesome, or at least an 11/11, but with the power doubler that could be up to 12 or even 22 if you do Thriss's ability first. So just like really cool stuff all around. All about making your board powerful, giving them trample in some way, shape, or form, and overrunning your opponents. No pun intended. Oh, oy vey, I'm ridiculous. I apologize, everyone. The popular deck idea on EDH Rec is kind of like a Voltron deck, if I remember correctly. Yeah, essentially what you're wanting to do is make your creatures very powerful, and then have those creatures deal damage to get benefits from them by drawing cards or adding a lot of mana based on your power. Living Hive is a great card to target. I'll move my camera here. I didn't realize that my camera here was blocking some of the card. I need to fix that. But Living Hive you can make into an 11/11 and then be able to draw 11 cards or make 11 green mana. So like crazy great ways of ramping in this deck by just having powerful creatures in play. Really cool. Oops, gotta use my mouse here. And then lastly, to kind of build on the Power Matter strategy, I thought it'd be fun to like specifically build around certain cards that care about certain powers in play. Drum Hunter, and a lot of the, because it's going to be a mono green deck, a lot of the green cards from the Naya block in the Shards of Alara sets in that block. A lot of the Naya cards care about having a power of 5 or greater on creatures, which is really cool. Garruk's Uprising cares about having creatures with power 4 or greater in play. Rishkar's Expertise, like many of these other ones, just care about you having powerful creatures in general. So this is just another play on Power Matters, but you're building with cards that pertain to specific power values on cards. That could be 4, that could be 5, that could be 3, whatever you want to choose, but just kind of giving you a prerequisite on the power of some of the creatures you're going to play with. So just a little extra on the Power Matter strategy. And that's going to do it for Thriss. Big stomp, but there's no form of protection for this card. So 7 mana is very expensive. Once it gets blown up and put back into your command zone, it's going to be way expensive to start playing again. With that said, and I was surprised by this, to see that this card was popular on EDH Rec. And I'm pretty sure the reason why this card is popular on EDH Rec is because even though it's an expensive card and an expensive commander, the fact that you can give +5/+5 for 1 mana repeatedly is pretty cool. That's very, very cool. And mono green does not have a lot of ways to untap your creatures to do that again and again and again, but it does have a few ways to do that. And of course you have artifacts that can untap your permanents as well. So you could potentially give a creature plus 10 plus 10 plus 15 plus 15, so it adds up very quickly. And because of that, a lot of people have built around Thriss, which is why Thriss has the ranking of A, which gives it 8 deck ideas to build around, which is really cool. That gives you a lot of diversity or concepts to build around for this commander. I'm sure there may be some 1 or 2 really janky or unique or niche deck ideas that I didn't think about. So let me know in the comments below what deck ideas or synergies I did not talk about. And thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's been a hot second since I've been able to get Magic videos back out, but I'm getting back on top of it. I'm going to try and stay on top of it as best I can. And I thank you guys for your patience. So that is where I'm going to end it. Whew! When we come back, stay tuned because the next video will be the Judgment set review. This is the last commander from the Judgment set, where we will be briefly looking at all 4 of the commanders from this set, just to kind of visualize the scope of how popular these commanders are and how many deck ideas you could build around them. So if you want to get notified for when that video comes out, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified when that video comes out. Thank you guys so much for your support and for your patience. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!